Hello, San Marino Community Church. It's Reverend Jeff O'Grady, and I'm here with Reverend Dr. Tom Toole for a little introduction. You know, in the last couple of years, one of the defining issues for the whole Los Angeles area has been homelessness. And one of the things we've learned during this COVID-19 epidemic or pandemic is really how interconnected our lives are. We're interconnected physically, we're interconnected economically. And for that reason, we're launching a new program in the month of May, a clothing drive to assist those who are experiencing homelessness in our area. And here to talk a little bit about his experience working in ministry with a population of homeless people in New York is Reverend Dr. Tom Toole. Tom, thank you for being here and for joining me for this occasion.
Well, thanks, Jeff, for having me. And this is a very important theme to me. When homeless people started to come to our campus at Fifth Avenue Church in New York City, we had a decision to make. In fact, we had to ask a very important question. And the question we had to ask is, would we see homeless people, poor people, as a nuisance, as a disturbance, or as an opportunity to serve our Lord Jesus Christ? And frankly, we wrestled with that question because we didn't want to get beyond our capacity to be able to work with people, but we concluded that we wanted to see them as an opportunity to serve Jesus Christ. But then once we asked that question, we had to ask other questions like, what does it mean to help people? How involved do we want to get? Do we want to get to know their names? Do we want to tell them our names? Or lots of other questions. And again, we didn't want to put our staff or congregation in any kind of risk or jeopardy. So we decided to do some bite-sized things that would make a real difference in the lives of our homeless friends. And frankly, one of them was offering them clothing, giving them clothing that was new, but that they didn't have and that they desperately needed. And I must tell you that getting involved with homeless people was one of the most important things we ever did at Fifth Avenue Presbyterian Church. And Jeff, it's why I'm delighted that you and San Marino are going to get involved in this ministry. Suzanne and I want to get involved in it, and we're delighted that you're leading the way.
Thank you, Tom. Well, just like you experienced at Fifth Avenue in New York, this is an issue that's come to our doorstep. We didn't go looking for it. We've been approached by medical students at the UCLA Medical School who are involved in running clinics for homeless people in Los Angeles, and they approached us and asked if we would assist them by providing new and gently used clothing. So not only is the San Marino Community Church involved in this, but St. Edmund's Episcopal Church. So this is an ecumenical undertaking in San Marino. And since this pandemic was launched several months ago, we've had an increased number of people who've shown up here at the church looking for assistance. So this has come looking for us, and we're responding in the spirit of Jesus Christ. Here are some things that you can do to participate in this very important ministry. We're asking for new and gently used clothing. That would include, most importantly, new underwear and socks and women's bras. That has to be new. We can receive gently used clothing, both men and women's clothing.
And if the clothing is new, we prefer dark colors.
We cannot accept any children's clothing, so please don't bring any children's clothing.
And please make sure the clothing is clean and sorted with identification for those who are organizing the clothing.
The real need is for skin infections among our homeless friends, especially a scabies outbreak in the recreational centers. This is why we need your clothing. Recreational centers that are being used to house our homeless guests are overcrowded, they're under-resourced, and they're understaffed at the present time.
And when the homeless put on the clothing, they're going to take a shower first and then put on the clean clothing.
We also could use hygiene kits that can be distributed to those in these recreational centers.
And when you drop off your clothing, please go to the community room between 12 and 2 p.m. on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday afternoon. And remember, when you're dropping off the clothing, you're doing it really to serve our Lord Jesus Christ. It's really a ministry of compassion in His name.
We want to thank the San Marino Community Church in advance because we know how generous you have been and will continue to be during this pandemic. Thank you for your support for these important ministries.